and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Well, welcome back. We're out here in the usual time cave burning some kerosene. As you can see, we have a patriotic lineup, red, white, and blue, and that's because it's 4th of July. That's right, it's our nation's Independence Day. So I usually try to do some content in honor of that. I have a pretty busy packed day, so I don't have too much time to yammer on about stuff that we might want to know about or might not want to know about anyways. I got a fun lineup here. I was trying to figure out what I was gonna burn, what would be the best, most unique lineup, but my blue globe only fits in a handful of lanterns because, well, it's early and it's a little shorter than your standard number O tubular globe from the 90s on. I mean, this lantern is from the early 90s. But it's before the size of globes were standardized, so it fits this reflector tubular very well, which is about 1893, 94, give or take. But we have our first generation square lift tubular from Dietz, and then a Winfield Cyclone cold blast. Yeah, it's a great piece. I really like this particular lantern. It's been a favorite for quite a while since I got it from Mr. Russell Smith, friend and collector and group member. So, yeah, I thought these guys, you know, he was already wearing a red globe, and the square lift already had a clear globe, and the blue globe definitely fits this very well. So I thought, you know, that's a good, solid lineup of early tubular lanterns. I like it. You know, this one's definitely the oldest. The square lift is about 1890, 91, right around there, right when square tubes were becoming a thing, right when they came out. So, yeah, it's a nice trio wearing our nation's colors. So awesome. Anyways, we do have a share. We do. I have something new to share with you guys. And it's going to be kind of a trial and error. You're going to be here to see it first. And I haven't even shared this with most of the guys on the group. I haven't even posted on the group yet. But you're seeing it here for the very first time. Its debut. It's a Defiance Cold Blast. Now, before you say, well, what's special about a Defiance Cold Blast, Rob? We've seen many of those. Those are not that rare. They're out there. They're great lanterns, but they're common, right? Well, some are and some aren't, right? We've seen some with copper founts. We've seen some with brass founts. We've seen side lift cold blasts. We've seen hot blasts, and we've seen some that weren't even marked. We've seen other ones that have, you know, other company names on them from different hardware stores like Jobbers. In my last video when I talked about Jobbers, Defiance did the Jobber stuff too, as well as CT Ham. I failed to mention CT Ham was invested in the Jobber market early on. And shout out to Matt Cumberledge out there in Pennsylvania. He did post a link to my last video on the Tubular Lantern Collectors group, and that I talked about Jobbers, and everyone started sharing their Jobber related CT Ham lanterns, which was great because you don't see too many CT Ham ones marked for other companies such as retail hardware stores. Anyways, that was great. I appreciate the shout out. I appreciate the boost. I really do. Matt's a great guy, and he's got a channel too. And I will leave a link in the description field so you can check out his channel. His museum is amazing, and he's a really fun guy to talk to. He's a good friend. Anyways, Defiance. What makes this lantern so particular and special and unique? Well, I'm about to show you. And at first glance, you'll probably just like, what? It's not rare. It's whatever. But however, if you're not into noticing minor details, you would have passed this up. I mean, most collectors do buy Defiance because they're good lanterns and they burn well and they're fun to use. However, this one is very unique and special. It's a cold blast, 1910s era. Has a larger fill spout, nice sized fount, wicket, not wicker. If it was wicker, it'd probably burn. Wicket style globe guard, as was the custom for most early Defiance lanterns. Smooth tubes. They never did get reinforced tubes because, well, they made them out of heavier metal, heavier gauge that is. So they were strong enough, they felt. They never had reinforced anything. Early Embry did, though. They did a crease, and, you know, so did Dietz eventually. But, you know, a baffle without any slotted vents and a nice styled crown with the old, you know, traditional cupcake style pull tab for lifting up the chimney. So it's a basic, traditional looking Defiance. It's a standard. It's a beautiful, nice, early cold blast 1910s era, right? Of course, Defiance goes back a little further, and their first lanterns were made in, I believe, Ontario, Canada. Anyways, they moved to the States and settled in Rochester and then Warsaw. But, well, that was after Embry bought them. But anyways, this, do you notice anything different about this particular example? I'll give you a close-up here. You see anything that this lantern might be missing? Is it missing anything? Very good. It has no lift lever. See? No method to lift the globe. Now, how do you light it without a lift lever on a cold blast? I mean, that's just kind of ridiculous, right? Well, not exactly. I mean, some of the first Defiance lanterns didn't have a lift lever. The globe was liftable. You had to push it up from the bottom, right? Yeah. And that worked because it had two pins at the back that went down into the fount to give it the rigidity and stability, so you could just push up on the globe plate into the chimney and light your wick. But that were earlier versions. I had one that had the Defiance, you know, lantern and stamping company stuff up on the chimney, the stamping in the chimney with the patent date and everything. That was a great piece, and I'll find another one. I'm not worried about it. They do turn up. However, this is post that. This is later. This is, like I said, 1910s. Now, how do you light this lantern? Easy. Whoa. Anyways, well, I'll show you. And this is a very specific, crazy little detail. This actually has a match strike and a match hole on the globe plate. Now look at the globe plate itself. It's a little deeper than a usual globe plate, right? It is deeper. Must come from Chicago. Anyways, so here we go. It has a little strip where you can strike a match, and then back here there's an entry point. Is that focusing okay? So there's an entry point where you can insert your match and light the lamp. Now, this bench is uneven, and it agrees. Okay, easy there. Easy, big fella. So this is a match strike globe plate with an entry point for inserting your match. So it's kind of like an early tubular where it has a floating globe plate. And, you know, with the little hole for sticking a match in. Now, this does not have a floating globe plate because it isn't well attached to the back of the manifold. So it's soldered on there, and it's hinged just like any other traditional cold blast lantern. But you have to strike it on there, and then you stick the match in there. And it's interesting because it's on this side. But it has to be in line. The match hole has to be in line with the cone, so you can insert it. Usually, if most match holes on most gold plates are over here, so you can insert it from the front, or whatever you consider the front of this lantern to be. I usually say fuel cap is the side is the front, where all the business is, so it's easier to work with. Anyways, never mind. But you insert this back here, so I guess you can strike it or strike it this way and then insert it. Now, when I got this lantern, I got it from Mr. Madison Kirkman, and he showed it to me, and I says, yeah, I kind of want that. It's a pretty neat piece. So shout out to Madison. Really sweet guy. He's a good friend. And I'm very grateful for the opportunity to own this. And when he first showed it to me, I didn't notice the obvious detail that I just pointed out to you. But then he showed me closer pictures. I'm like, wait a minute. It has a match strike? That's interesting. That is, okay, now you've got my attention. So, yes. But when I got it, I did leak test it. I'll confess. I did leak test it. I wanted to burn it right out of the box. However, it leaked. So I already did the precautionary measures of using some Seal-All, and it's dry. It should take. Now I did my method, and I've had a very, very low failure rate. So we can definitely feel it and see if it holds. I'm pretty sure it will, but I can't guarantee that because I only had so much. Oh, these guys are hogging the whole bench, aren't they? Yeah, they kind of are. Anyways, let's do this together, shall we? So we do this properly. Lean it back. Let's take the fuel cap off. Okay. Tell you what, we need a towel. I got a rag here. Excuse the dirty rag. I usually have something better than that. Tell you what, there is. All right, let me just get this oily rag that we're going to keep around flames, and we live on the edge here. Okay, don't worry about it. So let's put this rag down, and we can commence on fueling our early Defiance lantern. First time after being sealed, fingers crossed, should there be no reason why it hasn't worked. But we will find out soon enough. Let's see, just put a little bit in there. Okay, just put a little bit. A dab will do you for the test, right? Yes. Yes. Let's see. Is that leaking? Yep. She's not tight. She is not. She did not take. There was a lot of little. There was a lot of pinholes along here that are hiding, and I thought I got them all, but apparently not really. So, well, Price is Right, losing horns. Yeah, that's too bad. She won't be lit today, but we can at least try the, we can at least try the match striker to see how that works. We won't consider this a complete bust, but we will pitch the fuel that I poured into this back into the container here, into my little tank, my little canister here. There we go. That's too bad. Well, I'll need to get another tube of Seal-All, and they have it at O'Reilly, and I can pick some up today. And I was hoping to burn this tonight. I guess I can do it. It doesn't take too long to cure, so I'll just have to, do some subtle acetone tricks and get that all, happy again. But yeah, she'll burn eventually. Might not be today, but she will. Anyways, that's disappointing. But you know what? We accept our setbacks as well as our victories. And let there be no mistake, we will be victorious. It's not my first rodeo, friends. Not at all. Not at all. After all, it is a holiday. Anyway, so let's see how this max striker works. So it's right here. And of course, this is a strike anywhere match. We're all familiar with these matches. These strike anywhere diamond matches. These green tip things that kind of a, I don't know, 60-40 failure rate. Anyways. Oh, okay. Oh. There it is. And so then you just take your match and watch it go out. Well, this is going to be a good thing to try even after it's fueled because, you know, let's try that again, shall we? Okay. That's kind of cool. That actually works well once you get the hang of it. So let's let this burn a little bit and then we'll just stick it. Now, that's kind of disheartening. I don't think this thing wants to work. This is supposed to work. So let's do this again. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. Maybe that's why they didn't continue making this model. This is why this is very rare, is because it extinguishes matches that you're trying to light your wick with. Okay. Maybe there's a trick to inserting the match. Maybe there's... Well, that broke. Too much gusto. Too much oomph. Okay. Maybe you'll just lead the flame up and up. No. That puts it right out. Well, friends, I guess this will be being returned. Kidding. I have these hopes of enjoying this piece a lot. You know, for camping purposes and stuff. But we're gonna have a success here. We're gonna figure out how this is supposed to be lit. Well, we're gonna go through an entire box of matches if we have to. Maybe it's maybe it's done this way. There it is. That's it. So you strike it this way, and then while it's flaming up, you stick it into the hole. We figured it out. See, there's no instructions with this stuff. There's no instruction manual with this at all. So you have to kind of figure it out. 100+ year technology. Old. Oh, that's hilarious. Are we laughing yet? We should be laughing, because this is kind of funny. Rob's playing with matches again. On 4th of July. It seems very appropriate if you ask me. Alright. Oh, see? Missed my opportunity. You gotta just... It's such a small entry point. It's very small. So you gotta be a crack shot. So... There it is. So... See there? We got it. We got it. We got it. So that's it. So you strike it this way, and then while it flares up, you have your highest concentration of heat with the sulfur burning. So you then very quickly insert it, and then you're good to go. And that's it. That's it. Look, it took us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 matches. That's actually kind of a... That's not that bad. No, it really isn't that bad. I mean, they're not that expensive, but 10 matches to figure out the direction. It's not striking this way. You don't light it and then you like carefully insert it. You have to be quick about it. You have to strike and then put it right in there. So there it is. Well, friends, there. We've learned. We've learned, and now I blacken my globe because of the smoke. Oh, well. Anyways, I guess I'll leave you now at this point to go get some more seal all. I have acetone. I have all of that. So I need to make some errands anyways, and we'll just fix. And then by tonight, I should be able to burn it, because it only takes maybe an hour or a couple hours for it to really set up and cure. So I will get a fresh tube of seal oil and some more acetone. Well, I have acetone. I'm all out of seal oil. But anyways, this will be fixed, and I'll put some new tape around the holes and roll it real good, and then let it sit out in the sun and let it cure and do its thing. And then we should be able to light it tonight at this event that I'm going to, a friend's party. And I want to debut this thing. So I have not accepted defeat yet. No, sir. The day's early yet, and we will succeed at this. But whatever happens, it's being Defiant. I mean, it kind of makes sense. That's its name. It's made by Defiance, so why shouldn't it be Defiant? It's defying me. Don't be so defiant. Sorry. Lantern humor. This is why you're here, right? I mean, isn't it? Anyways, happy 4th of July. Enjoy the holiday. Enjoy the barbecue. Enjoy the celebration of our wonderful and great nation. I truly love this country. You know I do. And I love all the lanterns that were ever made here, and all the Americana that I am surrounded by, that I surround myself with, whether it's the antique American-made car, the antique appliances, the clothing, the fashion, the bygone era. But you know what? We're still a great country, and we're on the mend. We're going to get better, and love thy neighbor. Just reach out to whoever you're with, or those you know. It's time to reach across the table and let the division, of course, always a truck will drive by when I'm getting serious here. There's a lot of division in our country, and we just need to remember who we are. And we're Americans first, and that's important. So, all right, friends, enjoy it, celebrate it, and of course, with a little caution. Don't burn down your house or your neighbor's house or the block. Be smart, but enjoy yourself, and that's the main point. Absolutely, a lot of people have died to preserve the freedoms that we enjoy today. So always keep that in mind and be very grateful, because we have something great and special. With that, I leave you, and I close this video. God bless America. Amen.